Hello class, I am Jomar C. Pasamonte, your teacher for today. So for today's discussion, we will talk about historical, sociological foundations. Do you have any idea what is historical, sociological foundations? Okay, very good. So some of you have an idea what is historical or sociological foundations. Okay, so this is our topic for today. So before we proceed to our discussion, let's not forget about the opening prayer. Okay. Okay. So again, hello learners, no? So we will test your knowledge, okay, before we start our discussion based on the pictures. So may mga inihanda akong pictures dito and all you have to do is choose the correct answer from the options, no? So hindi kayo mahihirapan dahil may mga options kayo na pagpipilian, okay? Kapag nakita niyo na yung picture, no? So, are you ready? Thank you for the response. So, let's start. The first picture. So, kapag nakita nyo yung picture na to, what do you think is this? Okay, so pagmasdan nyo kung ano yung sinasakyan nila. Pagmasdan nyo yung complexion ng mga tao. Okay, at kung ano yung mga hawak nila. So, here are the options. Is it Japanese period? Spanish period, pre-colonial period, or American period? What do you think is the answer? Yes? What is your answer? Very good. It is pre-colonial period. Okay, so anak, bakit mo nasabing pre-colonial period ito? Okay, very good. So, tama ang naging sagot ng inyong kaklase. Sabi niya, dahil sa kulay po ng balat at sa kanilang sinasakyan. Okay, so masasabi daw niya na ang panahon na to ay pre-colonial period at hindi Japanese, hindi Spanish, o hindi American period. Very good. Okay, so ganun lang ang ating gagawin. Let's proceed to the next picture. How about this one? Class, what do you think is this? Japanese period, Spanish period, pre-colonial period, or American period? Yes, nak. Okay, let's see kung tama ang sagot niya. Very good. It is Spanish period, no? So tama yung sinabi ng kaklase nyo. Sa damit pa lang masasabi na natin na Spanish period ito. Dahil yung mga Spanish sa panahon na to, ganito ang kanilang mga kasuotan. Very good. Next picture. What do you think is this picture? Yes? Okay. Let's see kung ano yung picture na to. Kung Japanese period ba to, Spanish period, pre-colonial period, or American period. Tingnan natin kung tamang sagot ng kaklase nyo mga anak. Very good! So, ang picture na to ay Japanese period. Okay? So, yung clue natin dito, yung kasuotan nila at higit sa lahat, yung hawak nilang flag. Okay? So, Japanese flag. Okay? Kaya masasabi natin na ang picture na ito ay panahon ng mga Japanese. Very good. Another picture. How about this one? Okay? What do you think this all about? Is it Japanese period, Spanish period, pre-colonial period, or American period? What do you think is the answer? How about the others? Can I hear from the other one? Okay. How about in this section? Okay. In this group, what do you think is this picture all about? Okay. Let's see if your answer is correct. Very good. Okay. I'll give you a round of applause. Okay. So your answer is correct. American period. Okay. So this picture is about American period. Okay. So class, okay, so before we proceed, no, I will tell you, okay, what I am expecting you for this lesson. At the end of this lesson, okay, the students or the learners should be able to describe the historical, sociological foundations of curriculum and its significance. Okay, so kapag titinuro ko sa inyo kung ano yung historical and sociological foundations, inaasahan ko na may papaliwanag nyo kung ano ang mga ito at higit sa lahat, hindi lang nyo alam, okay, ang historical at sociological. Alam nyo din ang kahalagahan ng mga ito sa buhay natin noon at hanggang sa ngayon. Okay? And also, explain how history and society influence the curriculum. So, inaasahan ko din na may papaliwanag nyo kung paano, no, yung history at yung society, no, nakaka-impluwensya ba ito sa ating curriculum sa paaralan. Okay? So, take a look at this question. Class, do you think history, society influence our curriculum? Sa tingin nyo ba, yung history at yung society nakaka-impluensya siya sa curriculum natin? Anyone from the group? Yes. Yes, John. What do you think? Okay, very good. So, tama naman ang naging sagot ng kaklase nyo. So, tama. Oo, nakaka-impluensya daw yung history noon, okay, at yung society sa curriculum. Very good. How about the others? Do you think, class, the history, society influence our curriculum? How about in this group? Yes, Nak. State your answer. Very good. Okay? Nice answer. So, tama. No? Yung history, kapag binalikan natin yon, nakikita natin yung pabago-bago. Okay? Kasi, nagbabago ang history. May mga bagay daw na nangyayari noon na nababago sa paglipas ng panahon. At lalong-lalo na sa curriculum natin. At higit sa lahat, yung society daw nakaka-impluensya din siya sa curriculum. Dahil kapag may mga bagong nangyayari, may mga new ideas na inailalabas sa society natin, naiimpluwensyahan din at nababago din ang curriculum. Maaaring mabago at maaaring may madagdagan. Tama. Thank you, class. No? Tama ang inyong mga kasagutan. Now, what is curriculum? So, aalamin natin ngayon kung ano nga ba ang curriculum. Okay? So, curriculum, the lessons and academic content taught in the school or in a specific course or program. So, yung curriculum, mga anak, ito yung mga pinag-aaralan natin. Ito yung nilalaman, no? Ng libro, ng mga lessons na itinuturo ng guro sa inyo. Okay? So, kapag may mga naitinuturo sila sa inyo, at kapag may tinig kayong program, may tinig kayong course, may mga curriculum yan. Okay? At yon ang tinatawag nating curriculum na kung saan nakapaloob dito ang mga dapat ituro sa mga bata. Okay? So, ulitin ko, curriculum, the lessons and academic content taught in a school or in a specific course or program. Also, it consists, okay, the outline of concept to be taught to students to help them meet the content standards, no? So, tama naman yung sinasabi niya, no? Because of the outlines of concept, no, na itinuturo sa mga bata, nakakaitulong ito, okay, para ma-meet, okay, kung ano nga ba yung gustong ma-meet, no, na standards para sa mga bata. Okay? So, do you have any idea who is this person? Okay, so baka hindi pa kayo familiar sa kanya. So, according to Franklin Babbitt, curriculum as a science emphasizes students' needs. Curriculum prepares for adult life. Tama ba yon? Yes, tama, no? So, tama naman yung sinabi ni Franklin Babbitt, no? Na yung curriculum daw as a science emphasizes students' needs, no? And curriculum prepares for adult life. So, yung curriculum, parang foundation to ng isang bahay. Without the curriculum, we cannot build a house. Without the curriculum, we cannot go further, no? Without the curriculum, we cannot succeed in life, no? That's why nag-aaral tayo para matuto at ihanda sa buhay. Okay? Now, why is it necessary to know about this? Bakit ba kailangan ng pag-aralan at alamin pa yung tungkol dito? Bakit kaya? Diba? At aalamin natin ang mga ito. Historical foundation of the curriculum in the Philippines. First is pre-colonial period, Spanish government, American government, Japanese government, education after 1940, martial law period, from 1986 to the present. Okay, so ito yung historical foundation of the curriculum in the Philippines. First, history foundation of the curriculum. There are major events in the life of the Filipinos that have great impact on the educational system. Tama kaya yon? Na may mga events sa buhay ng mga tao na nagkaroon ng matinding epekto, okay, sa educational system. Ang sagot ay oo. Okay, so yung mga nakaraang panahon, may mga nailimbag sila, no? At yung mga nailimbag na yon, malaki yung epekto nito sa educational system natin, no? So, the three colonizers dominated the Filipinos and used education in the different ways to spread their principles and beliefs. Because of this, education in our country has undergone various changes throughout the years. Okay? The first one, so aalamin natin ang the Philippines pre-colonial period. So, ano nga ba ang pre-colonial period? No? During the pre-colonial period, education is informal, no? So, pag sinabi nating formal means formal, no? May curriculum, may uniform ka, no? May mga notebooks, no? May teacher, okay? May school, may mga buildings, lahat-lahat nandoon na. Pero kapag informal, no? It means wala lahat. Okay? Pre-colonial, wala silang ginagamit na curriculum. Okay, wala silang guide, no? So, yung education noon is informal during pre-colonial period in the Philippines. No schooling and curriculum has started yet, no? So, walang pag-aaral noon, no? Hindi kagaya ngayon na pumapasok yung mga bata araw-araw para mag-aral. Pero noong pre-colonial period, no schooling, okay? At walang curriculum. At higit sa lahat, nagsisimula pa lang ang pag-aaral. Okay? So, when you see this picture, what do you think is this? Very good. Ito ay baybayin. So, noong pre-colonial period, ito yung ginagamit na wika o salita ng ating mga ninuno. How about this one? Okay, so ito ay teaching. No, noong panahon ng pre-colonial period, okay, ang itinuturo nila ay kung ano yung ikinabubuhay ng mga tao. No, kung malapit ka sa dagat, ituturo nila kung paano manghuli ng mga isda. Okay? Dahil yun ang pinagkukuhanan nila ng pagkain. Okay? So, ganun yun. Kung ano yung pagkukuhanan mo ng pagkain, yun ang magsisilbing ituturo nila sa mga tao. How about this? Okay? So, way of living, no? Ano yan? Yung mga transaction, yung nagpapalitan sila ng mga produkto nung panahon ng pre-colonial period. Okay, so ayan. So, nung panahon ng pre-colonial period din, okay, meron na tayong arts, no? May marunong na silang sumayaw, may sarili silang sayaw, okay? At may mga kanta din silang nailimbag, okay? Or mga kinakanta nung panahon na ito. Okay, so ganito lamang yung pre-colonial period, no? Informal education pa nung mga panahon na to, no? And the curriculum has started yet. Next, the Philippines history, okay? The Spanish period. So we're done in the pre-colonial period. The next one is the Spanish period. So, Spanish period. Ano nga ba ang Spanish period? The arrival of the Spaniards in the Philippines paved way to the establishment of schools in the country. Religion was a compulsory subject at all levels, from the primary schools to the universities. Establishment of normal school for the training of teachers with the mastery of Spanish language. So, nung panahon ng Spanish government, religion, okay, yung pinakapangunahing subject nila sa lahat ng level. Sa primary schools, excuse me, at sa mga universidad, no? So, mas nag-focus sila sa religion. Itinuro nila sa mga Pilipino ang religion, okay? Noong panahon ng Spanish period. At higit sa lahat, okay, tinrain nila, no? Tinuruan nila yung mga teachers, no, na matandaan at maintindihan o ma-master nila ang Spanish language. Hindi ba't parang napakahirap nun, no? Yung kinakagawian mong language, okay, hindi mo siya magagamit sa pagtuturo, no? So, kailangan mong ma-master yung language ng mga sumakop sa bansa nyo, okay, sa bansa natin noon, kagaya ng Spanish government, no? So, kung Spanish government ang sumakop sa Pilipinas, okay, dahil sila ang nagro-rule sa bansang Pilipinas, sila ang masusunod. At ang gusto nila is ma-master ng mga teachers ang Spanish language upang ito ang gamitin nila sa pagtuturo. Okay? So, ganoon nung Spanish government. Although, the Spanish government exerted effort to educate the Filipinos, no? Nag-effort naman sila, no? Nagbigay sila ng may mga naimbag sila nung panahon ng Spanish period, okay? Wala tayong mga nalalaman ngayon kung walang nainimbag noong panahon ng mga pre-colonial at Spanish period, okay? Basic educations remain inadequate and defective. So, nung panahon ng Spanish periods, no, hindi pa ganun kaganda talaga. Kasi nga nung pre-colonial, nagsisimula pa lang, no? And then nung sinakop ng mga Japanese yung Pilipinas, hindi pa naman ganun ka-perfect yung curriculum. Inadequate and defective pa to. May mga pagkukulang at may mga bagay pa na hindi alam noong panahon ng Spanish period na alam na natin ngayon. The educational system was characterized by the absence of a systematic government, supervision of the schools, overemphasis on religion. No? Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, overemphasis on religion. Mas nag-focus sila at mas naging priority nila ang pagtuturo ng religion sa mga Pilipino noon. Okay, hindi sila nag-focus sa mathematics, okay, hindi sila nag-focus sa physical education or kahit ano pa. Mas nag-focus sila sa religion. Yung parang major subject nila ito noong panahon ng Japanese. Limited and irrelevant curriculum, no? From the word itself, limited, limitado, no, kulang, okay? Parang walang sobra, laging kulang, okay? Parang sakto palagi, okay? Yung mga curriculum nila, no? And also irrelevant curriculum. No, from the word irrelevant, it means parang hindi to appropriate, parang ganun siya, okay? So, dahil nga nang sabi ko kanina, nagsisimula pa lang kasi, okay? So, nagsisimula pa lang sila na malaman, okay? Nagsisimula pa lang sila upang ma-develop pa ang curriculum, okay? Obsolete teaching method, poor classroom facilities, and inadequate instructional materials, no? Diba nga, no, dahil kakasakop pa lang ng mga Japanese period nung panahon na to, wala pa namang ganong kagandang establishments, no? Hindi pa sila nakakapagtayo ng mga paaralan, okay? Kung minsan nagtuturo lang sila sa ilalim ng puno, okay? Or nagtatayo lang sila ng mga maliit na kubo. Ayan, yun yung nagsisilbing classroom nila. Okay? Kaya nasabi nila na poor classroom facilities noong panahon ng Japanese period at yung instructional materials. Familiar naman tayo, di ba, kung ano yung instructional materials? Okay? So, yung instructional materials, ito yung mga IMS. Okay? Ito yung mga ginagamit ng mga teachers, okay, para mas maging maganda yung pagtuturo nila. Like, paggamit ng mga pictures, ng mga models, okay? Yun yung mga tinatawag nating instructional materials, okay? So, nung panahon ng Japanese period, inadequate pa talaga, no? Kasi nga, wala pa silang kaalam-alam at hindi pa nila nade-develop yung mga bagay na to nung panahon ng Japanese period. There was also racial discrimination. So, nagkaroon na pala ng discrimination nung panahon ng Japanese period against Filipino students and absence of academic freedom. Okay, so, nung Japanese period, strict din pala, no? Kasi, nagkaroon ng discrimination sa mga Pilipino. Once na yung isang estudyante nag-absent siya, nadi-discriminate siya, at nawawalan siya ng academic freedom. Okay? So, nung panahon na yon, kailangan lagi kang present. Okay? Pag pinatawag ka, kailangan nandoon ka. Kapag wala ka, nagkakaroon ng racial discriminations during the Japanese period. Okay? So, ayan yung pictures, no? Nakuhanan yan noong Japanese period. Ayan. Okay? So, mayroon tayong 4 Rs, no? Sa Japanese government. Okay, so when you see this picture, what comes to your mind first? when you see a man holding a book and reading a book, what do you think he's doing? Nasabi ko na siya. Yes, Nak. Okay, very good. Reading. Okay, so nung panahon ng Japanese period, kahit na major subject nila is yung religion, no, tinuruan pa rin naman nila ang mga Pilipino kung paano magbasa. Okay, so 'di ba? Kahit na may mga masasamang pangyayari noong Japanese period, meron din namang magagandang naidulot ang pananakop ng ibang bansa sa bansang Pilipinas. Dahil kung hindi sinakop ng Japanese ang Pilipinas noon, baka hindi tayo ganito ka-modernized, no? Baka hindi ganito katalino ang mga tao sa panahon ngayon, okay? Kaya nga nung Japanese period, maaari na kailangan natin silang pasalamatan dahil tinuruan nila ang mga Pilipino kung paano magbasa. Kasi nga noong pre-colonial period, informal pa yung education and yung curriculum nagsisimula pa lang, 'di ba? So kung hanggang ngayon, okay, or noong panahon ng Japanese period, wala sila, pre-colonial pa rin, no? Baka hindi ganun ka-advance. How about this one? A man holding a paper and a pencil or ball pen. What do you think he's doing? Very good. Writing. Okay? Oops, sorry. Ayan. So, isa sa 4RS is yung writing. No? So, noong Japanese period, tinuruan nila ang mga Pilipino kung paano magsulat. Okay? Writing. Okay? So, tinuruan din nila tayo kung paano magsulat nung panahon na yon, 'di ba? So, napakaganda nung naidulot ng pananakop ng mga Hapon or Japanese sa Pilipinas. How about this one? Okay, very good, Nak. No? So, when you see a numbers, ayan, no? Kahit may mga letters yan, so masasabi natin na ito ay arithmetic. Okay? So, tinuruan din nila ang mga Pilipino ng arithmetic, mathematics. Okay? Nung panahon na to, 'di ba? So, nung panahon ng pre-colonial, baka hindi pa ganun katalino yung mga tao kung paano mag-add, kung paano mag-subtract, no? So, baka nung panahon ng pre-colonial, naloloko pa yung mga tao kasi hindi sila marunong ng mathematics. Pero during Japanese period, dahil tinuruan sila kung paano magbasa, kung paano magsulat, at kung paano mag-add or subtract, okay, or yung arithmetic, natuto sila. Okay? May mga nalaman sila nung panahon na to. So, maganda talaga yung naidulot, no? May mga naiambag yung mga mananakop or colonizers sa bansang Pilipinas. The last picture, ayan. Hindi ba't nasabi ko kanina, major subject nila noong Japanese period is religion. So, ito, religion yan. So, may mga different signs, no, about religion. Ito yung pinili kong picture kasi alam naman nating lahat na hindi naman lahat ng mga tao dito is Catholic. Okay, Roman Catholic. May mga Christians dyan. Okay? At iba't ibang mga religion. Okay? So, nung panahon ng Japanese period, all we have to remember is, no, mayroon silang 4RS, the reading, writing, arithmetic, and religion. Okay? Next. So, mag-proceed naman tayo sa American colonization in the Philippines or the American government. Okay? So, after manakop ng Japanese, pumasok naman ang mga Amerikano sa bansang Pilipinas. Ayan. So, ayan yung actual picture noong panahon ng American government. During American government, there were 3 levels of education, no? The elementary, secondary, and college. Okay, so mayroong 3 levels of education, no? Mayroon ng elementary, okay? Mayroon ng secondary or high school, and college. Okay? So, noong panahon ng mga Amerikano ito. Higher education was promoted by the Americans. No? So, no American period, pinromote nila yung higher education. The public schools, the University of the Philippines in 1908. Okay, so no, yung University of the Philippines, no, nag-start siya noong 1908. And the Philippines Normal School, the private schools, Silliman University in 1902, Centro Scholar University in 1907, and the Philippines Women's University in 1919, okay, were created and started. Okay, so no, lagi niyong tatandaan na sa American period, okay, higher education, okay, is the priority of American government. Okay, so yung UP, okay, nag-start siya noong American period, no? Yung Silliman University, ayan, Central Scholar University, Philippines Women's University. So, yung mga university na to, nagsimula sila during American period. Americans, no? Excuse me. Americans encourage Filipinos in the fields of teaching. Ayan. So, yung mga Amerikano naman, no? Uh, hinikayat nila yung mga Pilipino, no? In the field of teaching. So, hinikayat nila ang mga Pilipino na magturo. Hinikayat nila ang mga Pilipino na maging guro. Okay? At yung mga pinag-aral nila upang maging guro, may mga outstanding Filipino. Okay? May mga outstanding Filipino scholars na ipinadala sa United States para matrain bilang isang guro. Hindi ba't napakagandang pakinggan, no? Yung mga American, no, tinrain nila yung mga Pilipino, yung mga gurong Pilipino sa Amerika pa mismo para mas magkaroon sila ng malawak na kaalaman, no? Wind wisdom and wind knowledge. Okay? And also to learn different teaching approaches. Okay? Kaya tinrain sila sa Amerika. Dahil sa Amerika, advanced lahat ng bagay. Also, Americans restored damaged schoolhouses, build new ones, and conduct classes. Okay? So, nung American periods, yung mga nasabugang mga paaralan, okay, yung mga nasabugang mga buildings, ayan, nung during the wars, okay, binild nila, no, inayos nila, nirestored ng mga Amerikano. Okay? At noong na-restored na nila yung mga buildings na to, sinimulan na nila yung mga klase nila. 'Di ba noong Japanese period, no, wala pang mga yung mga formal schools, mga facilities, no, but during American government, they build new ones, no, and they conduct classes. Ayan, so may masasabi na silang paaralan noong American period. They infuse their students the spirit of democracy and progress as well as fair play. Okay, so noong American period, no, tinuruan nila yung mga estudyante about spirit of democracy. Okay, yung spirito ng demokrasya. Okay, and progress. And yung fair play, no, yung patas na laro. Okay, yung ganun yun. Na yung patas, parang nagkakaroon at papasok na dito yung salitang batas. Okay, yung law. Okay, so ganun yung American period. And in American period, we have the primary curriculum that the Americans prescribe to the Philippines. Okay, they are, ayan, yung picture. Ayan. So, the first one is body training. And nakita nyo naman sa first picture, no? Yan yung tinatawag nating body training. Okay? Or sa panahon natin ngayon, yung physical education. Singing, no? Ayan yung second picture. So, nung panahon ng American period, tinuruan nila yung mga Pilipino kung paano kumanta. Okay? Nagkaroon na ng banda noon. Ayan. Yung grupo ng mga tao na kumakanta. Okay? Yung drawing. Ayan. So, tinuruan din nila ang mga Pilipino kung paano gumuhit. Ayan, no? Kung paano magpinta. Ayan. So, nung mga panahon na nung mga panahon na to, okay? Nandyan na yan. Okay? Tinuturo na nila yung singing and drawing. Also, yung physical education, ayan. So, tinuruan sila ako ng mga iba't ibang sports nung panahon na yon, no? Nung panahon na sila pa lang yung nakakaalam ng mga sports na meron sila. Pero ngayon kasi, di ba, meron na tayong mga iba't ibang sports like basketball, tennis, soccer, at iba't iba pa, no? At hindi lang yan, no? Pati yung mental training. So, itinuro din sa mga Pilipino yung mental training. Okay? Noong American period. Okay, so we're done to pre-colonial period, Japanese period. The third one is the American period. And the fourth one is, okay. Yung una pala is pre-colonial period. Pangalawa is Spanish period, no? Pangatlo is American period. And yung pang-apat is Japanese period. So, nagkamali ako, no? So, yung pangalawa is Spanish period. Okay, so, the fourth one is Japanese period. Ayan. Okay, so, Japanese period recognized the important role of education in realizing their vision of a new order in Asia and emphasized the 6 basic principles. They promoted the vocational courses and inspired people with the spirit of love and labor. So during Japanese period, no, they recognized the important role of education. No, also they realized the visions of new order in Asia. Okay, so nagkaroon ng new order sa Asia. Okay, then mayroon din silang 6 basic principles. No, they promoted also the vocational courses. No, so nung Japanese period, nagkaroon ng mga vocational courses. And in-inspire din nila ang mga tao sa spirit of love and labor. On October 14, 1943, the Japanese-sponsored republic created the Ministry of Education. There were important changes in curriculum this period. Okay, so nag-progress. Na-develop yung curriculum noong panahon ng Japanese period, no? Sabi niya, there were important changes. May mga binago sila sa curriculum noong panahon ng Japanese government. The class size increased to 60. Ang dami, no? So, baka noong American period and Spanish period, nasa 20, 30, or 40 students lang kada room. Pero, sa Japanese government, ang laki ng tinaas. Pinagkasya nila yung 60 students sa isang klase. Okay? So, 60 yung magkakasama sa isang room na sabay-sabay nilang tinuturuan. Also, during Japanese period, no summer for students. Oh, so noong panahon na to, walang summer. So, continuous yung pag-aaral, no? So, sa isang taon, walang bakasyon. Tuloy-tuloy yung pag-aaral nila. Kasi nga, no summer. Hindi kagaya natin ngayon, no? Nagkakaroon tayo ng summer for students, no? Pero noong panahon na to, wala talaga. Then, they deleted anti-Asians opinions, no? So, yung Japanese government, binura nila, isinantabi nila yung mga anti-Asians opinions. American symbols, no? Tinanggal din nila yung mga American symbols. Tama nga naman. Ikaw yung namumuno nung panahon na to, Okay? I-stay mo ba yung mga symbols ng Amerikano? No? Kahit na kayo na yung namumuno noong panahon na to, di ba? Hindi. So, tatanggalin nila yung mga symbols na yan. At binond nila yung mga singing of American songs. Okay? So, nung Japanese period, dahil sila yung namumuno, kailangan sila lang. Okay? Lahat about sa Japanese. Lahat about Japan. No? Tinanggal nila yung mga previous, okay, like yung nauna sa kanila, no, yung American, yung mga Amerikano. So, tinanggal nila yung mga symbols, okay? Like yung flags, okay, ayan. At yung mga kanta na nailimbag ng mga Amerikano sa mga Pilipino. Tinanggal nila lahat yan, okay? Then, Nihongo. Do you know what is Nihongo? So, Nihongo class, ito yung language, okay, na ginagamit noon ng mga Japanese. Okay? Baka until now, ginagamit pa rin to. Okay? Kumbaga, sa Pilipinas, Tagalog ang ginagamit nating lengguwahe. Pero noong panahon ng Japanese period, no, Nihongo ang kanilang ginagamit. Okay? At Nihongo din ang kanilang ginagamit na lengguwahe para turuan ang mga tao. 'Di ba na parang napakahirap naman noong una, Spanish, pangalawa Amerikano, ngayon naman Japanese, 'di ba? Parang hindi kakayanin ng brain cells mo na malaman at matutunan ng iba't ibang lengguwahe. Okay? Ayan nga, so Nihongo was used as means of introducing and cultivating love for Japanese culture. Okay, so yung pagtuturo nila ng love for Japanese culture is through Nihongo. Okay, so can I ask you, ano nga ulit yung language, no, na ginagamit nila in introducing and cultivating love for Japanese culture? Very good. It's Nihongo. Ayan. So, look at this picture. Ayan. So, after World War II in 1947, by the virtue of Executive Order Number 1494, the Department of Instruction was changed to Department of Education. So, yung Department of Instruction noon, during Japanese period, pinalitan nila ito ng Department of Education. No? So, during this period, the regulations and supervision of public and private schools belongs to the Bureau of Public and Private Schools. So, Japanese contributed different ways. No? Lahat naman. No? Kahit noong pre-colonial, may na-contribute. Okay? Na-develop. Noong Spanish period, may na-contribute sila, na-develop din yan. At noong American period, may na-develop sila, may na-contribute sila, na-nurture yan, okay? Or binigyan nila ng pagpapahalaga at na-develop. At ngayong Japanese period, ayan, may na-contribute na naman sila at madi-develop na naman yan. So, alamin natin kung ano yung na-contribute ng Japanese period. So, the first one is endeavor, to elevate the morals of people. Okay? So, nung Japanese period, no, itinuro nila yung endeavor, okay? Lalong-lalo yung morals of people, yung moral ng isang tao. At yung giving up over emphasis of materialism, no? Yung kapag hindi mo naman kailangan, no, kapag hindi naman siya dapat i-priority, tinuruan ng mga Japanese yung mga tao na i-give up yung bagay na yon. Okay? Iwasan yung maging materialistic kung hindi naman kinakailangan. No? So, noong Japanese period, ito yung itinuro nila sa mga tao. Promotion of vocational course. No? They contributed this one. So, nung panahon na to, nagkaroon na ng vocational course. And to inspire people with the spirit of love and labor. Okay? So, parang nung panahon ng Japanese period, no, it's all about emotions. Kasi nung una, morals of people and giving up over emphasis of materialism. Tapos mayroon naman to inspire people with the spirit of love and labor. Okay? So, yan yung na-contribute ng Japanese, okay, sa bansang Pilipinas. Now, let's proceed to education, no? After 1940. Okay? So, let's repeat again. No, the first one is pre-colonial period. The second one is Spanish period. The third one is American period. The fourth one is Japanese period. And next one is education after 1940. So, in 1940, the objective of the Philippines education was established, integrated, nationalistic, and democracy inspired educational system which includes the following. Okay? Ayan. So, August 7, 1940. Ayan no, actual picture yan during 1940. 'Di ba? Napakasimple lang nung panahon noon. Okay, the first one, inculcate moral and spiritual values inspired by an abiding faith in God. 'Di ba na-develop? 'Di ba noong Japanese period, na-contribute nila yung moral of people. Ngayon, na-develop siya, no? Naging inculcate moral and spiritual values inspired by abiding faith in God, no? Tinuro na nila yung pagsunod at yung katapatan sa Panginoon noong 1940. The second one, to develop an enlightened, patriotic, alam naman natin kung ano yung patriotic, di ba? Okay, about sa bansa, useful and upright citizenry in democratic society. Okay, so itinuro na nila dito, okay, yung karapatan mo bilang isang Pilipino, bilang isang mamamayan, okay, at yung democratic, no, at yung pagiging patriotic. The third one is conservation of the national resources, no? Inimbag na din nila or tinuro na din nila yung mga national resources, no? Yung mga natural resources, ayan. Yung mga yamang lupa, yamang tubig, ayan, itinuro na nila nung panahon na to. Yung kahalagahan, okay, bakit kailangan pahalagahan, okay, at bakit itinuturo, okay. Perpetuation of our desirable values, okay. Promote the science, arts, and letter, okay. So, yun no, noong 1940, ayan yung mga objectives of the Philippines education. Okay, 1940 yan. Ulitin natin. The first one is inculcate moral and spiritual values inspired by an abiding faith in God. The second one, to develop an enlightened patriotic, useful and upright citizenry in democratic society. The third one, conservation of the national resources. The fourth one, perpetuation of our desirable values. And the last one is promote the science, arts, and letter education after 1940. Now, proceed tayo sa martial law period. Okay, so yung president dito, si Ferdinand Marcos. Ayan, actual picture. You can see that nakaupo dyan si former President Marcos. Okay, so during martial law, the Department of Education became, okay, so pinalitan, no? Pinalitan yung Department of Education during martial law ng Department of Education and Culture in 1972. 'Di ba? Papalit-palit, no? So, hindi lang yung curriculum yung nagbabago. Kahit yung pangalan ng isang department, ng isang school, okay, yung elementary, nababago yan. 'Di ba? Nung una, Department of Instruction, if I'm not mistaken, naging Department of Education. Ngayon, naging Department of Education and Culture naman siya during martial law period. The Ministry of Education and Culture in 1978, and with the Education Act of 1982, the Ministry of Education, Culture, and Sports. Okay? A bilingual education, SHIMS. Okay? SHIMS was established in 1974, requiring Filipino and English to be used in schools. Ano ba yung bilingual? O yung multilingual, ano yon? Diba? Do you have any idea? Okay, so yung bilingual, no? Dalawa. While multilingual, two or more. Okay, marami. So, noong martial law, ni-required nila yung paggamit ng Filipino and English na ginagamit sa pagtuturo sa mga paaralan. Okay? Science and math subjects, as well as English language and literature classes, were taught in English while other subjects were taught in Filipino. Okay, so may mga klase na itinuturo gamit ang salitaang lengguaheng Ingles at may mga subjects naman na itinuturo gamit ang Filipino. Okay? Ganun naman, di ba? Kahit nung elementary tayo, kung yung subject mo is English, English ang gagamitin mong lengguwahe. Kung ang subject mo ay Filipino, Filipino ang gagamitin mong lengguwahe. Di ba? So, ganun siya. So, eto yung mga kaganapan noong martial law period sa curriculum. Okay. From 1986 to the present. Okay. So, after the martial law, dito naman tayo sa 1986 hanggang ngayon, to the present. Ayan. So, medyo nagkakulay na yung picture. So, ayan yung actual picture, no? From 1986 to the present. So, the bilingual policy in education. Okay. So, di ba, nung martial law, bilingual, paggamit ng English at Filipino. So, from 1986 to the present, the bilingual policy in education was reiterated in the 1987 Constitution of the Philippines. The Congress passed Republic Act 7722, okay, or the 7722, the Republic Act 7796 in 1994, creating the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED. Okay, so yung Republic Act 7722, ito yung Commission on Higher Education o CHED. And the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, sorry for the typo, no? Education yan. Or TESDA, yun yung Republic Act 7796. The institute governing basic education was thus remained in 2001 as the Department of Education or DepEd. So, ito yung mga contributions during 1986 until now. So, ulitin lang natin, no? Kapag Republic Act 7722, ito yung Commission on Higher Education or CHED. Okay, tatandaan nyo yun. Kapag naman Republic Act 7796, ito yung Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. Okay? Or yung mas kilala nating TESDA. Okay? So, let's proceed to the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 or the K-12 program. No? K-12 PROS and K-12 cons, no, yung mga positive and negative about K-12 program. Okay, so kami yung first batch, no? Kami yung first batch ng K-12. Okay? So alamin natin yung K-12 PROS. Okay? The K-12 curriculum shall provide a 12-year basic education. Okay? 12 years na siya. Sa elementary, 6 years. Sa high school, 4 years. Ngayon, nagkaroon ng another 2 years sa K-12, kaya naging 12-year basic education. Pursue for protective employment entrepreneurship and higher educational studies, no? Yung K to 12, pine-prepare nila yung mga bata in actual situation or in the real life world, no? Outside the school, okay? Tinuturo din to yung entrepreneurship, okay? Graduates is expected to be equipped with 21st century skills. So, yun naman yung kagandahan ng K to 12, okay? So, marami yung mga itinuturo nila sa mga bata, marami yung mga itinuturo nila mga skills na pwede nilang maggamit, okay? Para ma-equip, no, sila, okay, yung mga bata sa 21st century skills. Kasi nga 21st century na tayo ngayon. So, modern, marami ng mga nagsilabas ang mga bagay-bagay, okay, na hindi naranasan noon, na nararanasan natin ngayon. Okay, so yun naman yung kagandahan ng K to 12. Pero, hindi naman natin maiiwasan, no? Kung may positive, may negative. So, yung K to 12 cons, no? Curriculum was seen as a burden, no? Diba? For the average Filipino family. It does not address the basic problems of education, classroom, chairs, book, and etc. Okay, yun naman yung negative about K to 12. Nung una, inisip ng mga tao, pabigat lang yan, pasakit lang yan sa mga mahihirap na Pilipino kasi another 2 years, gastos na naman yun, di ba? So, yun lang yung naging burden ng para sa mga tao. And also, kailangan pa nilang mag-provide ng classrooms, ng another chairs, and also books, at yung curriculum in K to 12. Okay, so, yun yung mga cons ng K to 12 program and positive program. Yung positive of curriculum sa K to 12. Okay? So, K to 12 implementation. Okay? Mastery of basic competencies is insufficient due to congested curriculum. Philippines is not only remaining country in East Asia with a 10-year basic education program, okay, use of spiral progression approach to ensure mastery of knowledge and skills in every level. Okay, so yun yung K to 12 implementation, the mastery of basic competencies, okay, and the Philippines is not only remaining country in Asia with a 10-year basic education program. Okay, so naipatupad to sa term ni Ninoy Aquino. Okay, so mayroon tayong curriculum tracks. The students who will enroll in senior high school can choose among 4 tracks. Okay, so kapag nag-senior high school ka, may mga pagpipilian kang mga tracks. Okay, at alamin natin kung ano-ano yon. Academic, Technical Vocational Livelihood or TVL, Sports, Arts, and Designs. Ito yung mga maaari mong pagpilian ng mga tracks sa senior high school. So, academic track. So, kapag pinili mo yung academic track, mayroon siyang 4 strands. The first one is ABM, no? Yung accountancy, business, and management strand. Yun yung tinatawag nating ABM. About academic. Okay? Yung UMS. Okay? Humanities and Social Sciences strands. UMS. STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics strand. And the last one is GAST, General Academic strand. So, kapag after mo mag-graduate sa high school at magpo-proceed ka na sa K to 12, ito yung mga maaari mong pagpilian. Kung pinili mo yung academic, may ABM, UMS, STEM, and GAST ka na pagpipilian. Okay, next is Technical, Vocational Livelihood or TVL track. No? Under the TVL, mayroong bread and pastry production, NC2. Okay? Ayan, papasok na dyan yung NC2. No? Kapag may NC2 ka, pwede kang mag-apply. Okay? Sa iba't ibang mga company. Kung knowledgeable ka sa bread and pastry, ipakita mo lang yung NC2 mo na to, okay? Katunayan yon na may kaalaman ka na kung paano yung pagbe-bake, okay? Mayroon ding computer systems servicing NC2, cookery, okay? Food and beverages, beauty and nail care, hairdressing, wellness massage, dressmaking, okay? Tailoring, carpentry, electrical installation, and maintenance. Okay? So, yan yung mga pwede nilang ituro sa'yo kapag pinili mo yung PVL. Next is sports. Okay? From the word itself, sports. Papasok dyan yung sports. Ayan. No? Yung basketball. Ayan. Iba't ibang sports. Okay? So, yan yung isa sa track na maaari mong pagpilian. Mayroon ding arts and design tracks sa senior high school. No, hindi na kailangan pang i-enlighten sa inyo to. Kasi sa title pa lang, alam na natin na it's about arts. It's about colors. Okay? It's about imagining something. Okay? It's about designing. Okay? Yung mga mahihilig sa mga kulay-kularete, yung mga mahihilig sa drawings, yung mga mahihilig sa pagpipinta, sa pag-sketch, okay? Yung mga magaling sa pag-design ng mga interiors, mga yan. Bagay na bagay sa yung art and design track. Okay? Ayan, no? May music, okay? Colorings, okay? Writing, okay? And yung video, no? Yung production, papasok din dyan yan. Now, no? Why study the historical foundation of curriculum? Bakit kaya, class? Bakit kaya kailangan na pag-aralan yung historical foundation of curriculum? No? Bakit kaya? Do you have any idea? Okay, no? Parang ano lang yan eh, no? Kapag nanligaw ang isang lalaki sa isang babae, no? Yung lalaki, liligawan niya si girl, aalamin niya lahat ng flaws ni girl, aalamin lahat ni boy, yung kakayahan, yung strengths and weaknesses ni girl, no? Ganun siya, okay? Kapag nanligaw ka, liligawan mo siya. Natural na liligawan mo. Aalamin mo kung saan siya nakatira, um, kailan yung birthday niya, ilang taon na siya, ano yung mga hobbies niya, no, yung weaknesses, his strength, aalamin lahat ni boy yon. Okay? Ganun din sa historical foundation, no? Ano siya, pag-aaralan talaga natin, no? Bago ka matuto, no, bago mo malaman yung ibang bagay, kailangan alam mo muna kung ano yung curriculum, kung kailan nagsimula yung curriculum, okay? Ano yung ibig sabihin ng curriculum, okay? Parang liligawan mo yung curriculum, okay? Once na naligawan mo na siya, no, makakapag-proceed ka na sa next step, no? That will lead you to the success. Okay? So, yun yung historical foundation of curriculum. No? Then we have the historical implications in the curriculum. So, ano-ano nga ba yung mga implications sa curriculum? The first one is promotes sense of freedom and encourage educational reform. The second one, history of the curriculum guides the future plans. Is that true? Yes, very good. Totoo yon. So, yung history of the curriculum guides the future plans of the learners. The third one, helps eliminate useless traditions. No? So, dahil sa pabago-bago, no? 'Di ba? Ang daming mga colonizers sa Pilipinas, no? So, nung una, yung Spanish, no? Pangalawa, yung American. Pangatlo is Japanese, di ba? And then, nagkaroon ng martial law, ayan. So, yung curriculum, no? Yung history, malaking tulong siya sa curriculum. Kasi, um, nalalaman nila kung ano yung mga useless traditions na pwede na nilang eliminate, no? Na pwede na nilang tanggalin sa curriculum na hindi naman na kailangan, okay? At mag-add ng mas kailangan sa curriculum, okay? So, yan yung historical implications in the curriculum. So, do you have any questions? Okay, so none so far. Okay, so kung wala na kayong questions, it means naintindihan nyo yung discussion natin about the historical foundations of the curriculum. Okay? So, thank you for that class, no? I hope you learn about the historical foundations.